Doo-doo-doo. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Story Nook. I'm your host, Chrissy. Go ahead and grab your tea, your cocoa, your wine, your popcorn, whatever it is, and we're going to be reading some Reddit stories as I readjust this once again. We're going to be continuing on with the Piercing Patty saga. Today, I've got grape juice, specifically juicy juice grape juice, which is the juice of my childhood. My mom used to get juicy juice grape juice in a can, which I cannot for the life of me find the can version of juicy juice, which makes me sad. But I have it. I was able to find the grape juice in a bottle. Normally, I've only been able to find the apple juice. But I found the grape juice. I think we were at Publix or Kroger. I don't remember where we found it. We found it. I bought it. It came home with me. But in other good news, before we dive into the saga, this is part 4 for us, but we've now finished the prelude and now we're into the actual story itself. I have merch coming in. Yay! Clap, 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 clap. I have merch coming in. And by merch, I have ordered 2 of the sticker designs that you're gonna see going through this cycle of stickers. I ordered the Hero Chow on a rubber ducky, which is right there. Look at it. Isn't it cute? And then I've also ordered the Dark Chow Sweeping, which is that one right there. I've ordered both of those as acrylic charms. Should be 1.5 inch tall. And I will be turning them into earrings once they're in my possession. I just placed the order today, so be excited. I'm very excited. Once they're in my possession, I have 20 of each coming. That's what should be coming. And I will turn them into earrings, so that'll leave me 10 pairs of each design. I will be keeping 1 pair of the designs for me because I like them and they're my design. I want to have one of everything I've made. And then I shall sell the other 9 on my Ko-fi shop. First things first, I have to set up a P.O. box, but I want to have product before I set up a P.O. box. And then go through online shop setting up. But plan right now is to set it up through Ko-fi. But yeah. So with that preamble, thank you all so much for being here. Grab your tea, your hot cocoa, all that good jazz. If you joined for the live stream, hi, thank you, welcome in. If you're here for the YouTube video on Story Nook channel, which I have recorded up to June, I might make it where there are more chapters posted, like more videos posted throughout the week. I'm considering that, but for now, it's just Fridays. But we're continuing the Piercing Patty saga, which was posted by Mother of Paws, or Mother in Paws, on Reddit, and this one was compiled. Who compiled this for us? Yeah, so We Are Pungency compiled it, and Mother in Paws is the original poster. We've read the preamble, and now we're down here to April 23rd, 2018. Thank you very much for leaving the dates in, because it really helps us, which is about the last post we read was in October of 2017, I believe. Yeah. So several months after that, and in a whole new year. So yeah. She's earned a name. Piercing Patty. Part 1. Because we have part 1 now. This is the saga of how she and I came to be no contact. It is a very long, with a lot of moving parts, so I will likely have to break this story into several posts. Piercing Patty, written PP for efficiency, has a younger sister who is titled Aunt-in-Law. I will call her Amy. Amy sounds right. Who in turn has a daughter who is cousin-in-law, who we shall call Cream. Amy and Cream. You can tell by the outfit where these names came from. Amy is a nice lady, but our relationship consists of very polite conversation every other Thanksgiving, so I don't consider us to be very close. Amy and piercing Patty live in Southern State. Dear husband and I live in a much larger, more urban coastal state. Cream currently attends college in our city. She is a very bright young woman, and I've grown to be very fond of her. Since we are the only family Cream has in the area, we get the pleasure of hosting her for long weekends during holidays like MLK Day, when a 3-day weekend is nice, but would not warrant a trip all the way home for a college student. It's great! She comes to do laundry, and I have someone to talk to about my guilty pleasure: celebrity gossip. We feed her. She walks the dog for us. Sometimes I treat her to a mani-pedi. And then we send her back with clean clothes and some leftovers. Amy has expressed how grateful she is that we open our home to her child. It's no problem at all, Amy. It truly is our pleasure, as your kid is awesome. Well, about 2 months ago, Cream was struck by a drunk driver as she was driving home from class. It was bad. The car looked like a crumpled piece of paper. When I went to the tow yard to get insurance figured out, and I saw how her vehicle looked, I felt like the wind was knocked out of me. We were very lucky, and she only suffered from a broken leg and a fractured wrist, but it could have been so much worse. And I honestly cannot even talk about the accident without delving into pure, unadulterated rage. More reasons for you to not drink and drive, my good people. If you drink, you stay home. Or, if you're drinking, taxi, Uber, have a designated driver friend. Plan to, like, walk around until you're sober or something. I don't know. Just don't drink and drive. Plan to sleep on a friend's couch. Which friend is closest? Walk there. Naturally, Amy was in a frenzy and needed to see her daughter ASAP. Now, this part is unconfirmed, but the story is that Amy was so emotional about the whole ordeal, she asked piercing Patty to come along for support. I think the more obvious reality is that piercing Patty invited herself along, and Amy didn't have the capacity to say no to her, because, hello, her child is injured. Speaking of which, so, side tangent. I had an incident like this happened a couple of weeks ago at the time of me recording this, so hello, live stream. Good luck, people, figuring this out. Mastodon, I'm pretty sure I had several ranting, rambling posts about it, but I have a relative, my racist sister and my closest sister, who's 2 years older than me, they live in the same house that's owned by, like, our grandpa. Racist sister has an untrained dog that likes to jump and attack my niece, who is afraid of dogs, and this dog has bitten and attacked her twice. The second time, racist sister just left my sister with her injured child and the toddler that my racist sister has custody of. And it's just like, I can't be here when the police come and put the dog down. And she just ran away and told my sister to watch the child, the toddler she has custody of, which is her grandbaby. And my sister's like, I have a toddler and a screaming and injured child that was just attacked by your dog. And she called me in a frenzy because she couldn't get a hold of her husband. So I called, woke up my father, and yelled at him and went, "Where are you?" Because he also lives at my grandpa's house. And I just barked orders at him to go watch this toddler so I could take my sister and her injured child to the hospital. And we went to file a report with animal control at the hospital. Then this is the second time, because I called the first time that this child was injured, but I was told they couldn't take my report because I was not the guardian of the child that was injured and attacked by this dog. Essentially, the way our county is, it could be the same for other counties, but if animal control comes and gets that dog, that dog is considered Ray's sister's property. So if they come and get that dog, it'll be considered stealing. But if that dog ever leaves the property, we can call. So that's fine. But they did say, like, the dog needed to be quarantined for 10 days, and I doubt they fucking did that. But I got back, and my papa doesn't even like dogs. So he was like, I want all these dogs gone. And I'm like, so do I. And nobody training these damn animals. Because they brought in, like, there's 4 of them now. Alright, continuing onward. Because Piercing Patty is just taking advantage, and poor Amy is just not able to handle it. She's just like, I need to get to my baby. Which is why people call me, because I'm just like, fuck, what needs to be done? Make a tier list? Let's do that. Piercing Patty, I'm on to you. All those times I thought I was being paranoid, I wasn't. I see you now, clear as day. You are committed to the long con. I know this won't make sense to you guys yet, but it will in my next few posts. Your husband and I obviously got to the hospital first. We saw Cream. Made sure she was okay. Your husband stayed with her while the doctors did doctor things, and I went off to do lawyer things. Because if you think you can get drunk and T-bone the only other person in my life who even knows the name of all the Kardashians, you've got another thing coming. Amy and Piercing Patty arrived mid-afternoon the next morning. They literally booked the next flight out. Cool, I get it. But we did call you guys to tell you that Cream was pretty much A-okay, so maybe you could have slowed your roll a bit and planned this trip a little more carefully? As in, where are you gonna stay when you get to town, Amy and Piercing Patty? Of course you expect it to be my house. Why wouldn't it be? It's not like I banned Piercing Patty from it for breaking into my home office and doing shit that would get my metaphorical ass kicked by the state bar or anything. But since Cream is in the hospital, I'm the one that's gonna look like the asshole for following through with my rules. Next up, part 2. Piercing Patty gets arrested twice, and part 3, the unforgivable thing. How long is Piercing Patty gets arrested twice? Alright. This one's not that long, so we'll read part 2, which is Piercing Patty gets arrested twice. It was posted the 23rd of April, 2018, which seems to be the same day as this one. I'm going to take a little sippy sips of my grape juice, because grape juice is important. If you liked the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. It's very good and helpful for the algorithm, if you would be so kind. But Piercing Patty almost gets arrested twice is our next part. So, last we left off, there was a small family reunion at the hospital. Cream, dear husband, me, Amy, and the star of our show, Piercing Patty. Amy came swooping into the hospital, just momming it up left and right. She was just fluffing pillows, talking to doctors, calling whoever it is you need to call when your kid is fucked up. Meanwhile, Piercing Patty is sitting in the corner acting really tired. Now, I say acting really tired because it was her comical adaptation of how a tired person would act. She was dramatically yawning, stretching her arms, rubbing her eyes. She looked like a French mime. She didn't say it outright, but I knew she wanted to go home with me and dear husband. Too fucking bad. As soon as I saw that Cream was being cared for by her doting mother, I was ready to peace out. I was wiped. I gave dear husband the signal we use at cocktail parties to indicate let's get the fuck out. And we put on our coats. Piercing Patty stops us and has the audacity to say, well, what about me? What about you, Piercing Patty? For once, for goddamn once, none of this is about you. Where am I supposed to stay? Fucking don't you creatures live in a cookie tree or some shit? I pause for a second and realize it's not about me either. Fully ignoring piercing Patty, I turned to Amy and asked her where she had intended on staying. Amy tells me she plans on staying at the hotel adjacent to the hospital because they didn't rent a car and she wanted to be accessible to her daughter. You know, like a normal person. So there you go, piercing Patty. If the real reason you came was to help Amy, then I guess your ass is staying at that hotel too. But alas, logic does not shame a just no mother-in-law. It really, really doesn't. It should. Piercing Patty. Can I come home with you guys to rest for a few hours? Dear husband shoots me a glance because he knows I'm about to pop off and he's giving me the go easy eyes. Me, nope. Piercing Patty. Why not? Me, because Amy needs help with her daughter. That's the sole reason you came, isn't it? Ha, bitch, I know it ain't. You mad we skipped 2017 holiday season with you and you want to get back into my house over my dead body. Piercing Patty. Oh, Amy's fine without me for a few hours. Me. Then why did you even come? Anyways, dear husband and I don't have time to chauffeur you back and forth all day. We have a lot of work to catch up on and we are going home. Piercing Patty. Oh, I'll just call a cab later. What do you kids call it? A goober? You know damn well what it's called. I shoved you into one 6 months ago so your dumbass could get to the airport. At this point, I knew what she was doing. I felt kind of paranoid up until now, but she kept pushing and pushing to come back to into my home after I threw her out, and I was going to push back. Dear husband. Well, if you need a place to take a nap for a couple hours, me, then go check into your hotel, Patricia. Everyone's had a long night. Dear husband knows he almost fucked up real bad, so he just shut up and left the room. I followed. Dear husband and I get home, we crawl into bed, and sleep for exactly 1 hour before our phones start ringing. It's the gate guard. Okay, so let's back up for a second. We bought a house in a gated community less than a year ago. To enter into this community, you either need a BB box on your dashboard or your name needs to get added by a resident of the community to the gate list. Do you see where this is going? Guard calls us and tells us that a car just dropped off a lady who is screaming at him. She is repeating over and over that she is dear husband's mother and demands to be let in. She is saying that she used to be on the list, so there must be a mistake. There's no mistake, piercing Patty. I took you off that damn thing almost immediately after I exorcised you from my home. Begone, Satan! Dear husband groans and puts on pants to go wrangle his mother. If you bring her into this house, dear husband, there will be hell to pay. This is the best part, my llamas. So, before he can make the approximately 1 minute drive to the front, Piercing Patty goes ballistic. She charges the little booth that the guards have and starts throwing things. Staplers, radio, stationery, all airborne. She got a few good throws in, too. The guards tell me she made contact with a pin cup. One of them suffered a blow to the noggin. Obviously, they call the cops. Dear husband calls me and tells me to get down there because they're about to arrest her, and I say, oh no, she had better call a lawyer. Okay, disclaimer, I love my husband very much, and I do not feel good about leaving him high and dry to deal with the cops, but what the fuck was she thinking just showing up like that? What was the best case scenario in her mind? That we were going to welcome her into our home again, and then everybody hugs and drinks hot tea together? Idiots! In the end, dear husband talked them out of pressing charges because she was playing up the little old lady routine pretty hard. He drove her back to the hotel. Good job, dear husband. But that incident made her zero in on this seismic shift in my relationship with her. I didn't even come to the gate to deal with her. She had lost control over me. She could not get to me because she couldn't reach me anymore, either emotionally or physically. And as we all know, this is the recipe for an extinction burst. Make it 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes until golden brown and the toothpick comes out clean. Eek! This got longer than I expected, so I will tell you guys of her second run-in with the cops in part 2.5. And then there's a second part. We'll read that later. But for now, we will end the recording here. So thank you very much, everyone, for being here. Remember to do the like, comment, subscribing, all that good jazz with the buttons. If you're in the live stream, we'll be reading the next part as soon as I do my end card. Where is my list of Patreon Ko-fi subscribers? Remember, if you support me on Patreon, you get early access to my art, these videos as MP4s, the live streams because they'll be made private once they're done, all that good jazz. So thank you very much. Kaleidoscope Chick, Tweed T Kicks, Axel1154, Cassie G, Janice DX, Axel Alcaraz, Pizza Nene, Semi-Random Sevens, and Micah. I also, if you commission me on Ko-fi, your name will forever be here. Any commissions on Ko-fi, your name goes here for like forever. And I have quick sketches, voice acting, chibi illustrations, all that good jazz up on my Ko-fi. Patreon is pretty much where everything is at. So thank you all so much for being here and all that good jazz. And there are more videos to come. I promise. I'm very much looking forward to reading the next part. So yeah, bye-bye.